Toads and Diamonds. There was once upon a time a widow who had two daughters. The eldest was so much like her in face and humor that whoever looked upon the daughter saw the mother. They were both so disagreeable and so proud that there was no living with them. The youngest, who was the very picture of her father for courtesy and sweetness of temper, was also a very beautiful young girl. As people naturally love their own likeness best, the mother doted on the eldest daughter and had an aversion for the youngest. She made the poor young girl eat in the kitchen and work all day. Among other things, this poor child was forced twice a day to walk 1.5 miles to a fountain to fill a pitcher with water. One day as she was at the fountain, a poor beggar woman came along and begged her for a drink. "I, with all my heart," said the pretty little girl, and immediately she rinsed the pitcher, and she took up some water from the very clearest part of the fountain. She gave it to the woman, and held the pitcher up so she could drink all the easier. The woman, having had a drink, said to her, "You are so very pretty, my dear, and so good and so mannerly, that I cannot help giving you a gift." For this was really a fairy, who had taken on the form of a beggar woman, just to see how far the civility and good manners of this pretty young girl would go. "I give you for a gift," continued the fairy, "that at every word you speak, there shall come out of your mouth either a flower or a jewel." When this pretty girl came home, her mother scolded her for staying so long at the fountain. "I beg your pardon, mamma," said the poor girl, "for not being faster." And as she spoke these words, there came out of her mouth 2 roses, 2 pearls, and 2 diamonds. "What is it that I see there?" said the mother, quite astonished. "I think I see pearls and diamonds coming out of the girl's mouth. How could this be, child?" This was the first time she had ever called this daughter her child. The poor girl told the whole story, not without dropping out infinite numbers of diamonds as she spoke. "In good faith," cried the mother, "I must send my other child thither. Come hither, Fanny. Look what comes out of thy sister's mouth when she speaks. Wouldn't thou be glad, my dear, to have the same gift that she does? Thou hast nothing else to do. Just go and draw water from the fountain, and when a certain poor beggar woman comes and asks you for a drink, you give it to her." "But that would be a very fine sight indeed," said the ill-bred minx, "to see me go draw water." "You will go," said the mother, "and you will go this minute." So away she went, grumbling all the way, taking with her the best silver tankard in the house. She was no sooner at the fountain than she saw come out of the wood a lady most gloriously dressed, who came up to her and asked for a drink. You must know this was the fairy, the same who had appeared to her sister, but now she had taken on the air and dress of a princess, to see how far this girl's rudeness would go. "Am I come hither," said the proud girl, "to serve you with water? I suppose the silver tankard was brought purely for your ladyship, was it not? However, you may drink out of it, if you have a fancy to." "You are not over and above mannerly," said the fairy, without putting herself in a passion. "Well, since you have so little breeding, and since you are so disobliging, I give you a gift. At every word you speak, there shall come out of your mouth a snake or a toad." The girl ran back home, As soon as her mother saw her coming, she cried out, "Well, daughter?" "Well, mother," answered the pert girl, throwing out of her mouth 2 snakes and 2 toads. "Oh, mercy!" cried the mother. "What is this that I see? Oh, I know! It was that wretch, her sister, who caused all this. She shall pay for it." Immediately she ran to beat the youngest daughter. The poor child ran away from her, and went to hide in the forest not far away. The king's son, then on his return from hunting, met her, and seeing her so pretty, asked her what she was doing there all alone in the woods, and why she cried. "Alas, sir, my mamma has turned me out of doors." The king's son, who saw 5 or 6 pearls and just as many diamonds come out of her mouth, desired her to tell him how this had happened. She thereupon told him the whole story. So the king's son fell in love with her. He took her to the palace of the king his father, and there he married her, and they lived happily ever after.